Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the second bonus episode of Dragon Quest VIII. Last time, we struggled and failed to beat Mori in S rank of the Monster Arena. I tried. I went off camera. I tried. I leveled up, as you can see, leveled up twice for pretty much everyone. Specifically the hero. Got some new skills, basically. Hero leveled up Spear some more. Yangus leveled up Humanity a tiny bit more. Angelo, more level up the swords, and Jessica, basically a little more to whips. Jessica now has Twin Dragon Lash. Likewise, Angelo has a little more attack power with swords, and for our hero, basically, we have a little more attack power with spears, as well as a technique known as Thunder Thrust, basically, which based on the description is very similar to Yangus's Executioner. So anyways, as you can see from the epilogue video that I uploaded after yesterday's video, where I went in afterwards with basically this 3 golem combination to create Mazen, which is this super ultra golem that can just punch things down. I get sleep spammed by that Hell's Gladiator. Just so, with that said, I think that it would be in our best interest, or at the very least my best interest, to basically just skip that for the time being, go on and do other things. So anyways, let's just get going. We have a dungeon we can do. Yeah, we're not going to spend 5 bonus episodes just trying to and failing to defeat Mori, which may or may not happen. I don't know. Watch how basically Mori is going to be basically just Team Slackers 2.0, where basically it's going to take me 2 years to beat him, but then I'm finally going to beat him, and it's just going to come out of nowhere. So anyways, let's get going. Dragon Quest VIII 1.5 edition. They re-released the 3DS version of the game. I pick it up and then bang, we're doing this. And then basically just boom, go after Mori. Now what's that over there? Okay, rock. Okay, there's a scan to this castle. Okay. I believe it's right off the coast of Baccarat. It's in the northern part. Okay, a little to the left. Okay, a little more west. Okay, I think we're right over the Grove area. Or where are we exactly? Okay, let's land. Let's land. Okay, got back it up a tiny bit. Watch how this is the Argonian hunting grounds, and I'm completely lost. Yeah, normally bonus episodes, just so collected, so efficient, and then bang, this happens. But you know, I've been trying in recent times. I've been trying to basically be a little calmer about this sort of stuff. Yeah, this is the hunting grounds. Yeah, watch how I talk to Angelo. He's gonna be like, do you want to hear about my dream again? Okay. Yeah, if we just keep going this way, we should stumble across something. What's this out of curiosity? Okay, this must be the area. How did I not see this thing while we were soaring around the world? But yeah, anyways, this is the area. Right up here. Right in this part of the map. Just right on... Yeah, basically slightly to the east of Baccarat. Atop this spiral right here. Where are we? Okay, that should act as a war point out. Looks like there's some pretty fierce monsters in here. Tends to be the way with places that are hard to find. I've got a good feeling about this. Yep, me old thief sense is tingling. There's gotta be some pretty serious loot in here, eh? There's something about the feel of this place that reminds me of the Moonshadow Land in the World of Darkness. Sort of otherworldly, don't you think?
Did that stone marker with the emblem send us here? And where exactly is here? I know there are monsters around, but somehow this doesn't feel like an evil place. I suppose we better have a look around.
Okay, let's see if there are any treasures here. Okay, 6 treasures. Okay, let's see if we can find a map. The Heavy Hoods have returned for revenge. Yeah, basically, they remember how we took out the Ripper. Temporal Tension, Jessica. Let's use an Accelerate. Okay, that hurt. Yeah, I made a good call with leveling up before getting here. Because these enemies are going to hurt from the look of it. Okay, Falcon Slash, Yangus. Okay, we can attack. Jessica. Use a... Let's use a Kafizzle. Okay, nice. Is that a waterfall or is that crystal? Okay. Left. Is that a path over there or is that just a winding area? Okay, that's a rock. Okay, these ones shouldn't be too bad. Okay, Temporal Tension, Jessica. We'll use an Accelerate. Okay. Falcon Slash. Helm Splitter. Angelo. We'll use a... Yeah, we'll basically do a slash on you. And Jessica, we'll use a Kafizzle on you. In that case, I'm feeling sad for this guy. Oh, but it would have been so nice to have the Timber of Tension when we were fighting CzarThwomp. Seriously, imagine if we had that kind of power at our disposal, where we were able to just, where we could actually charge up tension with one character, while the others could basically do things like healing or putting up things like insulate or magic bounces. Okay, seems like that was just an empty area. Yeah, I like how basically with this guy, it's literally a reskin of the first enemy with a slightly darker boot. It's not even an extravagant boot. It's just a leather boot. Okay. Yeah, Yangus can take a hit. Yangus can definitely take a hit. Okay, yeah, we don't need to worry about you if you're just gonna bounce. Yeah, though I wonder what would happen in this game if you basically had a character with a bounce up on themselves, like say Jessica, and she cast basically a Kafrizzle on this guy, and he bounced it off. Would it bounce off Jessica, and would it just bounce endlessly, or would it just be basically be it comes back to you and then bounces back to him, and the original bounce doesn't really work? Sorry if I seem a little all over the place with that. Okay, Angelo, you can basically slash. Actually, no. Angelo will use a Timbrel of Tension, and Jessica, you can use the Hustle Dance. Yeah, good thing I'm diversifying Angelo. Hellhopper sounds like a pretty badass name. It's the Hellhopper. Okay, apparently this thing has a high agility. Okay, agility accelerates. I guess Angelo didn't want the charity. He wanted to take credit for it. The Dark Devil Dogs, even though they don't look dark. Kabuff, Angelo. The Timbrel of Tension. Jessica, use an Accelerate. Yeah, I'm going to Giga Slash him, just because it looks like a single group. What is it with this place in Hell? Hell's Boot. Dark Devil Dogs. Hell's Armor. Okay. Giga Slash. Yangus. Okay, Yangus, let's use another Kabuff. Angelo. Timbrel of Tension. And Jessica, we'll use an Accelerate. That is truly great. Truly, truly amazing. Just look at that power, though. And that's for 10. That was just for 10 MP for a group of enemies. Though, are abilities impacted by the half MP cost? Or is that just spells? Yeah, it is. Oh, that half MP actually applies to everything. So yeah, Giga Slash will originally be 20. Even more reason to pair up Courage with Swords. Angelo attack, and Jessica, let's use an Oomph on Angelo. Oh, but it feels nice having Angelo as an actual attacker again. Because really, it felt like we were fighting with just a group of 3, and even then, just with Jessica having to provide support with insulates and also accelerates and oomphs, it just felt like, and also the magic barriers, it felt like it was just often not just Yangus and our hero. Left or right? It'd be nice if Angelo could if Yangus could tell us the direction that we need to go in. Okay, we'll take a left. Okay, that looks like the right way forward, so we'll head back. Yangus. Axe of Evil. Angelo. Kaswoosh. And Jessica. Kasizzle. I never get tired of looking at that. Just seriously, the way that's animated, just the dramaticism behind it. For a second, I thought that was a big enemy in the background there. Okay, if it's another stairway, I am really hoping that we find a map. Okay, Angelo. Timbrel of Tension, and Jessica. Let's use an Accelerate. Yeah, what is this dungeon? The Hell's Gate? It's the Hell's Gate. Okay, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, attack, and Jessica will use a Kafrizzle. Okay, we got water. Yangus, Kabuff, Angelo, Timber of Tension, Jessica. Let's see if an Oomph does anything. Okay, apparently Oomph doesn't affect it. That or these guys are just really defensive. Okay, Giga Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter on D, Angelo, Timbrel Tension, and Jessica, let's use an Accelerate. It's kind of weird how we've been outspeeding Angelo. Yeah, let me just check something. Okay, agility 112. Yeah, we're still lower than Angelo. Okay, let's just go down this path first. Okay, here's what I could do. Basically, if this is some sort of winding paths dungeon, basically, and we somehow find our way going, we somehow find ourselves going down this route, what I'll do is this. We'll just keep going one way. Say, every time we take a right, see where that goes. If it somehow leads us out of the dungeon, then we'll go back and basically just go the other way. Psych up, Yangus. Okay, Yangus will use Kabuff, Angelo, Timbrel Tension. I know I'm spamming Giga Slash, but hey, it's fun. Actually, yeah, I better stop doing that and just save it for the real important battles after this. Okay, no! I was trying to select accelerate. Okay, abilities, Giga Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, Temporal Tension, Jessica, Accelerate. Okay, but let's just save it for later, because I don't know how long this is going to be as a dungeon. This, for all I know, this could be just some really long, really painful thing. Okay, but I think we are heading in the right direction. I mean, it would basically, why wouldn't it twirl upwards? Okay, Falcon Slash, Helm Splitter, Angelo, Temporal Tension, Jessica. Let's use an Accelerate. But at least one good thing about exploration is that, bit by bit, you will eventually complete it. Yeah, but really, if we would have come in here at a lower level, it would have just been an absolute nightmare. Okay, and as for Jessica, we'll use Frizzle on you. Okay, let's psych up. Yangus, Axis of Evil, Angelo. Let's use a Temporal Tension, and Jessica. Let's use an Accelerate. Don't mess with the Timbrel of Tension. Seriously, this thing is power. Okay, just some weird bird, some weird bat thing. Bat, wolf, dragon attacking the people. Okay, dragon attacking the people. Some weird guy who looks like Marcello trying to fight the dragon with the power of the light. Okay, nice. Yeah, in terms of skill, I don't think that we honestly need to basically level up anything with us. Same with Yangus. Yangus, next level up, he'll get his humanity. And just there really is anything I'm dying to for him. Angelo could honestly use swords. Yeah, with Jessica, the only other thing I could really think of is maybe maxing out her fisticuffs, because she gets a really because according to the wiki, she gets a really powerful magic attack that drains all her magic, where basically it's essentially the damage of just, where the damage is calculated by how much MP she has. So for example, if Jessica has 414 MP, she's going to be dealing a spell with a base damage of 400 damage. 414 damage. So yeah, multiply that, and then bang, you're getting some real power, but you have to get to 100. So I'm thinking that Angelo would honestly be the best option. Okay. Yangus, Kabuff, Angelo, Imbrel of Tension, and Jessica will use an Accelerate. Yeah, it feels really weird using Giga Slash because it seems like it defies all expectations of just how agility works. In that case, it may actually be better to give Jessica the Timbrel. Yeah, but still, I know I'm spending 20 MP with our main guy, but hey, these hoods are really packing a punch. Okay, Yangus, Splitter, Angelo, attack. Jessica will use Hustle Dance. At least we have Jessica and her Hustle Dance, and also Caduceus to really even out our healing. It would have been nice having this sort of power with Dual Magus. Imagine us going up against Dual Magus with this kind of magic. We would have instantly killed off his clones pretty much with just with pretty much just 1 or 2 tension ups. But then again, at this sort of thing, we would be easily blocking off all his attacks. Oh, that is a lot of heavy hoods. Jessica, accelerate. Okay, actually, no, let's see if snooze works. Okay. At the very least, let's test on this group. Okay, and I just noticed that they sleep with their eyes open. Okay. Giga Slash. Genghis. Helm Splitter. Angelo. Timbrel of Tension. And we'll use a Kaboom with Jessica. They killed the Angus! Well, at least we have Kazing, so we're safe there. Angelo. Okay, Angelo, you can attack. Jessica, use a Kazing on Yangus. Okay, we looked out with that one. We really did. And we also have to really just be more sparing with our MP on our hero. After all, our hero is our main source of post-battle healing. Oh, is that just a statue? Or, oh, okay, this is gonna be one of those dungeons. Just lots of winding tunnels. What is it with these heavy hoods? Flee, flee, flee. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want backup. Okay, let's see what we've got. Okay, Yangus. Let's use a Typhodius Maul on you, see if that does anything. Okay. Kaswoosh. And Jessica. Use a Kaboom. Actually, no. Angelo will use a Timbrel of Tension. And then Jessica used the Kaboom. Why does Yangus? No! Okay, Yangus doesn't get any experience from this fight. Everyone but Yangus. It's kind of odd how they're like, oh, the party receives the points, even though Yangus is dead. Yangus is receiving nothing. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, so anyways, what I'll do is this when it comes to exploring this place. Basically, we'll just try and see if we can make our way out, make our way to the end, see what's going on with this place. And then basically, off camera, I can go in, basically get the treasures that I missed out on, and then in the description of this video, I'll put the locations and the like. I'll put the paths. At this point, draw up your own map. Okay. Kazwoosh and Jessica. Kazizzle. Okay, Yangus, Axis of Evil, Angelo, attack, and Jessica will use another Kazizzle. Okay, Helm Splitter. Watch how the map for this place is down the other path that we took. Might as well just go into whips. Whip her ripper. Okay, ladies thong. Let's see what that is. Secret whip technique that steals HP as it damages enemies. Huh, pretty handy. Wait, is that an exit? Okay, no, that was just a waterfall. And okay, Pandora's box. Okay, if that's any... Okay, considering the skull shape on that thing, the fact that it's called Pandora's box, and considering that basically that one mimic was constantly using whack in the arena, I want to disable that thing's spells. I want to disable that thing's spells so badly right now. Angelo. Okay, and Jessica. And just in case that goes through. Ha-ha! Ha! Knew it would try something like that. I just knew it would try something like that. This is why I keep the Holy Talisman attached to Angelo, because basically, we are not risking losing Angelo. Okay! We are not having a good time. Kazing on Jessica. I'm getting my ass handed to me by a box. Okay. Falcon Slash, Angelo, Revive Yangus, Jessica, Oomph Us. Actually, no. No. Let's use an Accelerate. Thanatos Shield. Surrounded by an air of danger. Yep, so basically we'll keep a watch on that. Basically, though, from my experience, just what with that sun helmet, that sun helm, often the best items are the cursed items. Yeah, but this is not a friendly dungeon. This is not a friendly dungeon. It's just as I anticipated. Basically, a post-game dungeon that will kick your ass and... Okay! Doing with the demons of hell here. Oh, no. Kabuff, Angelo, Kabuff, Jessica, Accelerate. Okay, that thing isn't apparently as powerful as the shadows in the Dark World, oddly enough. I guess that's a Light World version of the shadows. And from the look of it, the priests are going to be deadlier. Or rather, the White King. Yeah, this is why White King didn't make it to paradise. He was seduced by Jessica. Jessica caused him to fall. Okay, Angelo, Temporal Tension, Jessica. We'll use a bounce. Yeah, it's kind of odd seeing basically a supposedly upgraded version of the Shadow doing less damage. It's like basically with the Shadows. First time we encounter the Shadows during the Evil Jessica fight, they do pretty much nothing. Then you encounter them in the Dark World, they're kicking your ass. Then basically you come here and then back to lower. Hey, I'm not complaining. If it keeps us safe, I'm happy with that. Okay, and as for Jessica, we'll use a Frizzle on the silhouette. Okay, clump of remnant powder. Okay, I think this may be one of those dungeons where it's follow the torches. Okay. I mean, it would be nice if we had something like, say, a 30-step minimum. Okay. Angelo. So I wonder how the Timbrel of Tension works. Is it just a really irritating noise that puts everyone on edge? Just jangling bells. And Yangus, oh, stop at the jangling bells, Angelo! Jangle, jangle, jangle. Jangle, jangle, jangle. Okay. Sizzle. Okay, temporal tension, Jessica. Accelerate. I want to see what's down the stairway. I mean, in a maze dungeon, it should be reduced in terms of the random encounters, where, yeah, you're still having them, but make it where it's less common than, say, a dungeon like the Dark Citadel, where basically, where in a dungeon like that, it's more straightforward. It's like, okay, I know where I'm going from point A to point B. There aren't really that many paths to go off of. But in a place like this, where you have about 1,000 different paths all at once, basically, it's hard to keep track of it, especially when you go into a battle for several turns. I get that they're trying to be more difficult for the end game, but still, I mean, it would be nice if we had a map so we could at least see where dead ends are. Though chances are, in a place like this, the map would do diddly squat. Okay, this should be fine. This should be fine. Okay, Angelo, temporal tension, Jessica. We'll use an oomph on us. Okay, the breath hurts. Okay, note to self, use insulate, use insulate, use insulate. Okay. Let's use a Giga Slash. Yangus, you can use an Axis of Evil. Angelo, let's use a multi-heal. And Jessica, let's use an Accelerate. Actually, no, Insulate. Insulate. Oh my gosh! How many twists and turns are in this place? How much you want to bet that was the other one? Watch how that's another area we have to go. How long is this dungeon? Got any words? Oh, can't say anything that looks like treasure around here. It's a bit of a blow, really. I was sure there'd be some stoking goodies to be out of a cave like this. Didn't expect this place to be quite so large. Aren't you tired, Thwomp? If we're going to turn back, we should probably do it sooner rather than later.
I wonder how big this cave is. We must be fairly deep inside now, but there's no sign of an exit. I had no idea exploring this place would be so tiring.
Okay, well, at least there's another treasure chest. The third one. Falcon Slash, Yangus Execution, Temporal Tension, Jessica. Let's use an Insulate. See, this is why you use Insulate. Insulate is the lifesaver, seriously. After that Ganon boss fight, it opened my eyes to Insulate's true power, just really. Okay, apparently these guys have around 150 health. Yeah, too bad our hero doesn't have MP recovery, because that would be truly broken. With his ability just to ration off MP, just to put things into perspective, if we got 3 back in one turn, we'd have a full heal. Okay. Okay, around 150. Okay, I am so sorry. Pardon me, game. Falcon Slash. Splitter. Angelo. Timbrel of Tension. Jessica. Accelerate, accelerate, accelerate. Oh, that is such a relief. Just seeing that thwack not even touching us. Go, Yangus, go! Avenge yourself! Oh, but that was just mean! So does that count as a treasure? Okay, yeah, that still counts as a treasure. So good to note. Good to note. Oh, no, 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 no!
Nice knowing ya.
Okay, worst case scenario, we get wiped out. I'll end the video off, basically, and work our way back here. Basically, I'll go the other path and basically check that out, see if there's any treasures there. This is why there's a flee button! This is why this has a flee button. Come on, let's flee! I don't want to fight two of these things! What, we slowed down by having to drag Yangus's body out? No, we're just leaving Yangus. We're just leaving Yangus's dead body. Jessica can't even turn around and just do a drive-by kazing? No, she just has to let Yangus die. Okay, apparently that was just one big circle. Okay, there's another treasure chest. Okay. Oh, much better. Yangus. Okay, Yangus will use a Helm Splitter. Angelo. Temporal of Tension. Jessica will use a Magic Barrier. Oh no! Yangus, the one guy whose only spells are healing, kabuff, and mid-heal. Oh no, Yangus won't be able to buff our defenses. Whatever will we do? Our defense against these magic-wielding rogues. Whatever shall we do? However will we survive this onslaught? But still, this place looks pretty nice, I have to say. I'm really liking the whole high in the clouds vibe. Yeah, but still, running into enemies like this after those Pandora boxes, ugh. This is just this is a relief. This is a major relief. Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. Going back and refighting Rayothorm after basically dealing with this dungeon. We just go in, we just lightly tap, and boom, he's dead, he explodes. Okay, Yangus. Kabuff. Angelo. Timbrel of Tension. Jessica. Use a Kafizzle. Actually, no, use a Cuzzizzle. Oh yeah, we got this. Okay, hopefully this isn't another Pandora's box. Please let this not be a Pandora's box. Okay, Elfin Elixir. Nice. Okay, Falcon Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, Timbrel of Tension, Jessica will use an Oomph on us. One time I don't use Bounce, the one time I don't use Magic Barrier, they start spamming spells. Okay. Angelo attack, and Jessica use a Caduceus on Angelo. Actually, no, yourself. Okay, what's over here? Okay, another treasure chest. Nice. Okay, we have to be on the right path, considering that basically we're running into so many things. Okay, Metal King Spear. Wonder how that compares to the other one we have. Metal King Spear, 120. Okay, 100. 100 versus 120. Okay, I think we're down to just one more chest. Okay. Yangus will use a Share Magic. Angelo, Timbrel of Tension. And Jessica will use an Accelerate. No, now that I think about it, this is the first time we're using the Share Magic ability. Because, well, our hero could definitely use it more than Yangus, that's for sure. Yeah, Yangus essentially giving us 5 free Giga Slashes. Not to mention just plenty of healing opportunities, which I am more than happy to take. Okay. Falcon Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, attack, and Jessica. You can use an Oomph on Angelo. Can we round the corner? Can we round the corner? Can we round the corner? Okay. Okay, this seems to be the end. In more ways than one. Okay. Accelerates. Hopefully this will constitute it. Hopefully, basically, wherever we go, just... What am I saying, basically? Just watch out, it's a treasure room. Yeah, I was about to say, maybe there's a warp at the end, but then, no. Why would there be a warp at the end of some random dead-end dungeon? No, this is going to take us to Dungeon 2. This is going to be the 5 dungeon tiers. Are we still in the dungeon? Okay. I thought it was just a normal cave, but it brought us out in front of a right funny place, eh? What's that sealed clouds over there? What is this place? Looks like I was right about this cave being strange. No doubt there will be something unpleasant waiting for us not to welcome us at the end of it. Still, there's no point going back now. We've come this far. We should see it through to the end.
What an amazing place! What an amazing view! I'm so glad we didn't turn back in this cave.
What view? It's a cave! There's walls and more walls. Okay. Some really fancy demon. Belial. Sound it out, CzarThwomp. Sound it out. Okay, hopefully we can take out those robes. Angelo. Angelo. Watch how it hits Yangus. Okay, but at least we even the score. Falcon Slash, Yangus, Elm Splitter, Angelo, use a full heal on Yangus, Jessica, use a Kafrizzle on the Bilal. Okay, good thing we healed up Yangus there. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been coming back from that. Okay, this is gonna hurt. Or maybe not. Okay. Okay, oomph on us. Actually, no, oomph on Angelo. Okay. Okay, right into sword that goes. Okay, Knight of the Crest. Falcon Slash, yeah! Oh, that is nice. That is very, very nice. Okay, let's see what's on the other end of this. It's a tombstone. The inscription reads, "Here lies my beloved El Trio. May you rest in peace." So, is this what happened to basically Clavius's brother, basically? Just Clavius's brother, he came all the way here? No doubt, basically. Yeah, no doubt, he saw the baby Charmless. He saw the baby Charmless, he's like, I get out of here! Can I get as far away? I don't care. I don't care if I gotta deal with these powerful enemies. Just get me away! Get me away! Guess Eltrio was loved, basically. Yeah, but then again, basically, I mean, compared to just Clavius, who had the audacity to board Charmless in the world. Okay. Yeah, that or base. No. Basically, just it seems someone liked him here. Angelo, Timbrel of Tension, Insulate. Yeah, I know this is a relatively long episode, but I just don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. Basically, just this seems like a straight path, so we'll just keep going down it, see if there's anything at the end. But at least this seems a lot more manageable than the cave we were in. Okay, oomph on us. Okay, nice, another one down. Oh wait, why am I doing that when we have Falcon Slash? Helm Splitter, Angelo, Falcon Slash. Wonder how Falcon Slash works with this sword. Is it gonna do 4 times? What's that? This is broken! This is absolutely broken! You better go back in the ground, because darn it, Angelo's gonna put you there with his Sword of Doom that lets him attack 4 times a turn. Falcon Slash, Yangus, Angelo, Falcon Slash, Jessica. Let's use a Kafrizzle on the Ghoul. The Ghoul realizes that he is going to die right here. He knows he's gonna perish. If I see any major branching off paths, then yeah, we'll just call it. But from the look of it, this seems to be pretty manageable. Okay, is that an exit? Is that an exit? Please tell me that's just a standard exit to a dungeon. And not just, oh hey, here's the next area. Congratulations. Okay. Giga Slash. Yangus. Let's use a buff. Angelo. Multi-heal. And Jessica will use a Kasizzle. Yeah, sure, Timbrel detentioned it. But then again, that heal was definitely helpful. Okay. We'll just go with the typical Falcon Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, attack, and Jessica will use another Kasizzle. Angelo has Falcon Slash. Why do I keep forgetting that he has Falcon Slash? Okay, Falcon Slash, Yangus, Helm Splitter, Angelo, actually no, Angelo use a full heal on Yangus, Jessica, use another Cassizzle. What's the point of this room? In a dungeon like this room is just mean. There's a room without purpose, basically. It feels infuriating when you run into that. Watch out, we're gonna run into a battle just right when we're getting to there. Okay, good transitional area. Oh, village music. Dragovian Sanctuary. Can we warp to the Dragovian Sanctuary? Oh, thank goodness we can warp to the Dragovian Sanctuary. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I think that now would be a good time to end the episode off, basically, before we go exploring this place. And off camera, what I'll do is I'll basically find that last treasure chest. Because there has to be because besides that Pandora's box, a place like that has to have a good item there. So anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, share, do as they want. With that, I'll see you next time. Bye.